So talking about a very, very general topic you've got here, Alex. So Alex is the CTO of Redlight Finance. He's talking on blockchain technologies in the gaming industry, which could be anything, I don't know. Go for it.
Awesome, thank you so much. So yeah, like you said, my name's Alex. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Redlight Finance, and I'll be talking about innovation and developments in the gaming industry, and specifically from the blockchain sense. So just an overview. I know most of you all already know this, but for those of you that don't, the gaming industry is rather large, right? 159 billion, market cap. It's absolutely crazy. It's one of the largest industries in the world, and it's growing year over year over year without fail because every single person I feel like is getting into gaming, whether it be mobile, whether it be actual PC or console. And it's very important to continue to grow the innovations because the consumer at the end of the day is always going to benefit from innovations and from the companies that are competing for those innovations. Now, the driving force of the gaming industry, like I said, is plainly innovation, whether that be AR, VR, blockchain gaming. I remember back in the day playing arcade machines. Yes, I'm only 25, but still, arcade machines, best thing ever. You had the same patterns over and over again, playing Galaga, recognizing those patterns, and then beating that game by getting the high score of 99999, right? And we grew from that. We went from a set pattern to playing single-player games, to multiplayer games, to adaptive consoles, to a Kinect camera so your console can see you play. And it's definitely something that's continuously innovating, and it's very awesome because we have the innovations such as cloud gaming and subscription-based services. And then, of course, we have the increased popularity of mobile gaming. I mean, come on, who doesn't, poop and play a video game on their phone? Come on, right? And just a little bit of statistics, it has a growth of 9.3%, reaching 196 billion by 2028. That's a lot of money. A lot of game developers want to get in on that. We're seeing indie games becoming more and more popular. You have early access on Steam. I remember playing a game, I feel like it's so old now, it's called Rust. And I was part of the pre-alpha version of this game. And it was like, at the time, the greatest thing ever. You were playing in a zombie apocalypse. You got to survive, build your house. And now it's this multi-conglomerate studio with multiple different games. And they're growing every single day. And that started with 3 people. And it's very important to realize why this is important because these types of innovations, and that came from the Unity engine at the time, these types of innovations allow the growth in that sector. And I feel like that is what blockchain gaming and blockchain technology, specifically with NFTs, is aiming to accomplish. Now, the largest market in the entire world is North America for video games. Who knows why? And then it's followed closely by Europe and Asia. And the majority of gamers are male, and they happen to be between the ages of 18 and 35. Now that's changing because we're getting older, all of us are, and I don't think that I'm going to stop playing World of Warcraft 10 years from now when they're on their 30th expansion because I'll just keep playing it because it's a fun game, right? And I think my kids will enjoy it when I have them. And I will introduce arcade games as well because it's always something that, nostalgic. You have the sentimental value when you're enjoying them with your kids, your friends, your family. You're starting to play these different types of party games, and we're going to continue to grow this industry year over year. And of course, as we're noticing with the free-to-play model, in-game purchases and microtransactions are becoming such a thing of the future where everybody's making these AAA titles and they're going to charge you that $5 convenience fee because you want to speed up your time on your building that you're playing on your phone, or you really like this skin for this, like Fortnite that you're playing that your kid really wants to buy. I mean, how many people have bought V-Bucks for their nephews, nieces, or friends and families, right? Just because their kid wanted something in this game. There's no reason why you can't monetize this further by creating those actual skins and those entities, NFT technology, and then even get more money from the secondary value, not only as a person, but as the game developer through royalties. Now, we all know about the innovations in gaming, starting with virtual reality. augmented reality. I'm super excited for Apple Glass. I was sad to see that it got postponed indefinitely, but we'll see where it goes. You got cloud gaming and streaming services that are becoming more and more popular, especially on the consoles where you can pay a set price and you have access to all these games. Usually they're old games, but for example, on PC, if you have Origin, you could pay EA $15 a month and get access to every single title that they come out with, even if it's brand new, instead of paying $70 a game, which is what the current price is going for newer games, right? And then, of course, we have mobile gaming and 5G technology that's always constantly growing. You've got Apple Arcade growing. You've got the Samsung Google Play, all of that stuff incorporating all of these different types of games, from puzzle games to board games to tower defense games. All of these different genres available simply because you have a phone in your pocket. And all of those different avenues and industries are able to integrate Web3 technology very seamlessly through Redlight Finance. Now, blockchain technology is super simple. It's a decentralized ledger that records transactions across network of computers. If you are Bitcoin, for example, the network of computers is the miners. If you are a proof-of-stake system like Ethereum, those network of computers are validation units that just confirm information and get rewarded for that. And we're similar. Now, each block in the chain contains that information and a reference to previous blocks in order to maintain that ledger. And that's super important for digital asset ownership because unlike a database, right, it's constantly running and constantly going. If Steam were to shut down tomorrow, every single person that's been accumulating skins for the past 10 years is out of luck. That's it. Steam's gone, they shut down the game. So you can no longer do anything with those skins. And that's what's super important about digital asset ownership, is because we want to continue to grow even past the games that we're playing. There's no reason why you're playing one game and that skin or that item or that pet can't be used in another game. It's very important to continuously create sentimental value and, of course, continuously create monetary value through these assets like we're seeing already on platforms like Steam. And of course, the benefits, you get transparency and security. Crypto security is unlike any other. Yes, I know you can read all about the fabulous hacks that happen for hundreds of millions of dollars. Those are more like exploits, user error. Trying to hack a blockchain with brute force is near impossible. You'd have to have the most powerful computer in the world times 10, and even then it would still give you a run for your money. It's more like exploits, and that happens in any industry. You just hear about it in crypto a lot just because of how much money is currently involved. And of course, if you go with a non-privatized network, you do have decentralization, which is super important if you're looking to continuously have something that you don't have to take care of yourself. A centralized server, for example, like Steam, again, if they just shut down, that's it. Whereas if you had a decentralized network, it did not matter if they shut down. It would allow you to continue working and allowing you to use those assets that are on that chain. And the challenges of typical blockchains like Ethereum, Binance, Polygon is scalability. You're not able to handle a large number of transactions. You're not able to continuously grow. The barrier of entry is very difficult. And that's where Redlight Finance is coming in with our gasless blockchain, because it allows us to integrate a seamless user experience into already established games. If you've played a crypto game, they're kind of crap, because they sit there and they focus on just the monetization of the game itself and not the beauty of having a game, right? I've played Elden Ring recently, and it's a beautiful game. It has great graphics, a fantastic storyline. It keeps you going. You want to get to 100% completion. You want to play that game. Well, if you play a simple crypto game like a bounce, and you're just sitting there bouncing it, at the end of the day, it's just nothing for you. With our technology, you can take an already established AAA title, integrate Web3 technology, and you don't even have to change the user experience because of our gasless nature. And of course, like I said, complexity it's so hard. I mean, if you're doing advertisement in this space or you've watched any YouTube videos and you've seen an advertisement for a game, what are the chances that you click on that game, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool, I want to play this. If you had to learn a whole new industry that's outside of just playing the game, you might be a little bit turned off. You're like, I don't really want don't really want to play anymore. I got to learn how to use gas. I got to learn what crypto is. I got to learn how to keep tokens in a wallet. I don't even know what all these numbers mean. Like, I don't get it. I just want to play this game. It looks so cool. We're trying to change that. You just download the game. Don't worry about the crypto industry. Don't worry about the integration with blockchains. We take care of that, and you don't even notice it, and you still have digitalization and ownership of all of your assets. So decentralized gaming is a very interesting topic, because if you integrate, for example, MMO, so a large multiplayer online, you can integrate decentralization and decentralized assets and tokens into that MMO, and it'll allow you to continuously keep up to date those items, whether that's refreshing metadata, whether that is selling it on the secondary market and getting a royalty fee, whether that's selling that item to a person as an in-game transaction, and then keeping the licensing for that item, allowing them to create content and artwork, but because it's a digital asset, you can automatically see from an NFT marketplace and get a royalty, even if they created an image by hand. And they say, for example, you had a weapon that was part of your game. That person bought that weapon. They now have the right, because they own it, they have the right to utilize that in their artworks. Through our NFT marketplace, it will automatically recognize that weapon as part of your collection and pay you a small royalty fee every time they sell that, even if it's their own unique artwork. And that's what's super cool about the possibilities of decentralized gaming. Now, my favorite topic is NFTs, because everybody thinks NFTs is just pictures and they don't do anything. And for the most part, true, but NFT technology on a rudimentary level is so interesting because you can do so many things with it. You can do medical data. You can do game assets. You can do real estate. You can do deeds for your house. You can do titles for your vehicles. All of that could be a digitized asset, and you no longer have to utilize paper, pen, contracts, lawyers, just to get involved and to prove ownership of something. All you have to do is tap your phone. All you have to do is send a link, QR code. And with certain people and certain wallets, you can give access temporarily to those NFTs to people that you choose to. With our technology, if I chose to take my medical data, go to my doctor, I can give him a link to my medical data for 30 minutes, and he has access to my medical data for 30 minutes. Do you know how important that is for international travel? Because I don't want some random person that I have no idea who they are, the access to my blood work and my medical data from back in the United States, because God knows how much that already cost me to get all that done. So NFTs also allow you to be bought and sold. That's super important. A lot of games, like, for example, EA Sports and all of their sports games with Ultimate Teams, they try to limit what you can do with those assets. You can't sell them on a secondary market or you risk being banned, right? You break their terms of service. In my opinion, that's the wrong mentality for it, because at the end of the day, if I decide to sell something and it's worth $1,000, that game industry can make a 2%, 1%, or 10%, whatever they set, commission on that item. In the end, it would bring more money back for the game developers than to simply just block it and restrict users from utilizing that tool. That's where NFTs come in handy. And community building. The NFT community and the crypto community is unlike any other community I've ever been in or worked in. It is at the same time ruthless and cutthroat, and also fun and family oriented. I've been involved with Splinterlands, Axie Infinity, My Metaverse, DeFi Kingdoms, all of which are prominent NFT games. And their communities are always helpful. They're always involved. They're willing to help you out and teach you how to be involved in the industry. And I want to eliminate that teaching factor and just have the family-oriented gaming sense that you love and have every day with other online video games. And of course, monetization, like I spoke about before, it's very easy to monetize within within Web3 gaming, whether that be tokenization of an asset. You have to buy my coin in order to purchase this item in game, whether that's selling NFTs in the secondary market and collecting a royalty, whether that's selling NFTs directly to the consumer in your app, all of which can be monetized in so many different ways. You can have 100 different skins that are AI generated, and you can have seasonal things. Seasons are actually up and coming in video games. I feel like every single video game now has different seasons with different content that comes out every 2-3 months, 1 month, all of which is gone. By the time you get to season 4, I don't have access to season 1 stuff. But if I really like a skin or like an item that's in season 1 and the game doesn't support NFTs or Web3 technology or no marketplace, there is zero way that I can get that item from season 1. And I find that ridiculous, because if I really enjoy the game and I'm getting into it, I'm going to want that item. I'm going to want to get my collection and keep it growing. And that's awesome, because through monetization of blockchains, you can do that. You can have your seasons. You can expire NFTs. You can make them rare. There's nothing more like taking 10% royalty fee on a $100,000 NFT because it's a super rare one of one that you can't get anywhere else. And before you say, I don't see any NFTs selling for $100,000, if any of you sports cards collectors download Panini Direct, click on blockchain, they're selling $100,000 cards a pop for a blockchain NFT card. Absolutely insane. And in my opinion, Web3 and decentralized gaming is the future of gaming. I think more and more you'll see companies integrate this type of technology within their games just to give the user a better experience overall. I think right now what the hurdle is the teaching aspect to every single user. And once you eliminate that, for example, through our technology, it really helps you innovate and helps you allow the usage of this technology for your users. And I'm not going to take up too much more time, but transforming user experience is super important, but we don't want to change its seamlessness. We do not want to make it more complicated for a user to play your game. You literally just want to play the game. And that's what's super important about what we're trying to do at Redlight Finance. In conclusion, like I said, NFTs are the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to monetization inside the gaming space, and you're definitely going to want to look into how you can utilize Web3 technology in order to grow the possibilities of your game, whether that be something as simple as a secondary marketplace, integration of NFTs, integration of information, or a tokenization of your game. Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
If I quickly ask you a question, stay up there and I'll quickly ask you a question. So as far as I understand what you're doing, you are a separate blockchain, so you are a new blockchain. Obviously, there's quite a lot of blockchains out there. I mean, like dozens, hundreds, thousands. The question is, does the world need another blockchain? Or obviously, you guys think it does. So what would you say were the main advantages of using Redlight as compared to Ethereum or?
Great question. So currently, the gas prices of Ethereum are about $5 for a simple transaction. On Redlight, it's $0. Not $0, not 0 cents, literally zero. It's free like air. It's free like water. It costs nothing to utilize and operate on our chain, and you do not require any tokens in your wallet. You can simply add the network to your wallet, and you can interact with anything on our network.
Good answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you.